The New York Knicks are hiding a hidden gem as revealed by head coach Mike Brown. As with the Knicks right now having some insane depth on this roster, a lot of players have gone unnoticed. Meanwhile, the Knicks are now being forced into an impossible decision as fans are split over one huge narrative surrounding this team going into the rest of preseason, and ultimately with the Knicks deciding what their roster will look like when it's all said and done and they have the team that they want to go forwards with for this NBA regular season for the 2025-26 season. And we're going to jump right into it as we always do. But guys, real quick, if you are not subscribed, if you're part of that 56% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Knicks update. We have a lot of great videos coming at you every single day. So make sure to be subscribed and have those post notifications turned on. But with all that being said, let's jump into the video. There is a lot to talk about on the Knicks right now, because as we know, the Knicks are in the middle of their preseason right now as Knicks basketball is finally back. And with that, there's a lot of discussion surrounding what this team's going to look like, because frankly, we know the whole deal by now. They want to add 2 veterans to their roster, but that means they're going to have to trade someone away, likely one of the young players. And there has been a few different guys who have come up in these names, most notably Hakeem Dadier and Tyler Kolek are both being evaluated as potential trade options for the Knicks, so they could save money and then bring in Malcolm Brogdon as well. I've said before, I do want to see the Knicks move on from Tyler Kolek because it just makes the most sense to move Tyler Kolek and then bring in Malcolm Brogdon as a team that wants to win this year. In order for the Knicks to win this year, they should be going all in on their veteran pieces, less so on the players for their future, especially when Kolek is 24. But we already talked about that. We don't have to go back over that. The point is, the Knicks have a lot to discuss, and right now, we have found the Knicks are hiding a hidden gem in Trey Jemison, who has been nothing short of phenomenal. We've seen a bunch about Trey Jemison, and recently, after the Knicks did play that game yesterday against the 76ers, their second game against Philly in Abu Dhabi, we saw Trey Jemison have an excellent 9 minutes of action, where he had 3 baskets, hit one of his free throws, went for 7 points on the night, and just played very well, getting 3 rebounds, one of them being an offensive rebound, and just playing excellent defense as well. Mike Brown spoke on this, saying, "Our defensive player of the game tonight was Trey Jemison. He played 8 to 9 minutes and had 2 verticalities. They were picture perfect. He went over to help. He went vertical. He took the hit. He didn't fold. No foul." So Mike Brown absolutely loving what he's seeing out of Jemison right now. And I mean, it's hard to argue that. I mean, Trey Jemison has looked absolutely excellent thus far in the limited minutes. The Knicks starters looked good as well, specifically Jalen Brunson after kind of a bad start, but it's Jalen Brunson. We don't have to really worry about the starters in preseason. But we once again did see Mitchell Robinson start for the Knicks, which does matter in regards to Jemison, because if Trey Jemison continues to play well, yeah, he is on a 2-way deal right now, so it's going to be tough for him to find minutes. But at the same time, we've seen Mike Brown start Keon Ellis, who was on a 2-way contract at one point, during his time with the Sacramento Kings. So it's not like Trey Jemison doesn't have a pathway to playing time. He absolutely does, especially with the Knicks having a pretty thin rotation at center. You have Mitchell Robinson, you have Karl-Anthony Towns. Both of them are going to be playing more significant parts. But outside of that, what we're also seeing is really not much else. I mean, there's obviously Ariel Hukporti, and Gershon Yabusele has played a bit of the center so far. But outside of that, there's Trey Jemison. The Knicks will be waiving Alex Len, and since Jemison is on a 2-way contract, it does make sense that they're going to keep him around and likely have him with the team as much as possible. He could play 50 games with the Knicks if needed, and they will keep Jemison around as center depth and just as a guy who they clearly like. The Lakers liked him when they had him. He's been liked over his couple of seasons in the NBA for sure, and he's performed quite well over these 2 years. Now, he's bounced around, played 2 games with Washington before settling in nicely with Memphis, starting 14 of the 23 games that he appeared in, and he put up 7 points per game with 6 rebounds as well. He put up nice numbers with Memphis before playing for the Pelicans for 16 games, and then the Lakers for a good 22 games after that. And with the Lakers is where he shot his best from the field, so we did see that, which was nice. So looking at Trey Jemison, he is a guy who there is a lot to be excited about, especially considering that he is still on the younger side. He definitely has more potential to reach, and though he's only played in 63 NBA games, the Knicks now offer him a great chance to be really, really important depth, especially when you consider the Knicks have made it pretty clear that Mitchell Robinson is likely not going to be playing in a ton of back-to-backs. So Mike Brown is going to have to dig into the reserves a little bit, whether that's Hukporti, whether that's Jemison. We are going to see both of them actually get real time with the Knicks come the season, especially on those games that Mitchell Robinson is out. First of all, we know Mitch isn't playing back-to-backs, but outside of that, most seasons that Mitch has played, he's at least missed some time with an injury. So if Mitch goes down for a bit, that is when the Knicks are keeping Jemison for, so they could bring him in along with Huck Porty and have more depth at that spot. Neither of them would likely start. We'd probably just see the Knicks start one of Deuce or Josh Hart. It should be Deuce with the way he's playing. But we'll see the Knicks do one of those things. So it's going to be interesting to see how they navigate the rest of this situation. But there's also more to navigate, as fans are loving Garrison Matthews right now. I mean, with Jay Nickley saying that, like, I need Garrison Matthews on this team, seeing other fans mention that Garrison Matthews is like that Garrison Matthews is looking like Kyle Korver had a baby with Steve Novak via surrogate Mike Miller. So we're seeing Garrison Matthews become ultimately super loved for this Knicks team right now, forcing the Knicks into a very difficult decision, because initially when Matthews was signed, it was like, all right, well, he's here, but he's going to get waived in favor of Landry Shamet, who's been a Knick before, and obviously the players know him, the front office likes him, so even still, we see a situation where it's like, all right, well, it feels like Matthews is going to be struggling to get a spot, but he's been playing super, super good basketball, and that's had a huge impact on everything surrounding Garrison Matthews as well. I mean, just looking at what Daily Knicks mentioned, Matthews is likely competing against Landry Shamet for that remaining roster spot. Shamet spent last season with the Knicks and is widely respected, which will make things difficult for Matthews. That said, if he continues to shoot the cover off the ball, it'll make it harder and harder for Brown and the front office to ignore. Now, last season, Garrison Matthews in 17.7 minutes per game with Atlanta shot really well from three, shooting 39% and 58% on corner threes, while putting up 7.5 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. His defense has also been a pleasant surprise. Meanwhile, Landry Shamet put up 40% from three, 47% on corner threes, getting 5 points per game and 1 rebound as well. Again, also playing pretty surprising defense. Now, the Knicks could add both of these guys, don't get me wrong, but that would mean waiving Malcolm Brogdon, a 12, 13-point per game scorer with 4 rebounds and 4 assists to his name. The best defender out of the three also is the actual point guard that the Knicks have wanted for a while. They've wanted another floor general and love Malcolm Brogdon. So one of them, they're not both making it over Malcolm Brogdon. That's just not something that we're going to see happen. So we do have to be very aware of that as well. But when it comes down to everything, it has gotten very interesting. I mean, as Stephen Bondi mentioned, Malcolm Brogdon will play the first half after not playing in the first half of Game 1. Garrison Matthews will play in the first half of Game 3. And Mike Brown is trying to experiment with different combinations as players battle for final roster spots. So Brown is giving everybody an equal opportunity to go out there and make this team. It's just a matter of who actually is going to make it right now. And I mean, I will say, I do think the Knicks are going to still sign 2 veterans and trade one of Pacome or Tyler Kolek. And with that in mind, I still think it's going to be Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet. At the end of the day, Mike Brown does have a say in what's going on, but it's going to be Leon Rose's decision. Leon Rose in the front office, they just know Landry Shamet better. They know who Shamet is. They like his game. They've seen him before. They re-signed him for a reason. I really, really don't think they're going to opt to go with Garrison Matthews. But as Daily Knicks mentioned, I mean, if Matthews continues to shoot this way, it's going to be really hard to deny it. And also, I mean, especially when you consider the 58% from the corner three last year, it's hard to deny that Garrison Matthews is a great option. Is he a better option than Landry Shamet? You guys tell me. Let me know that in the comments down below, who you want to see join the team between Garrison Matthews and Landry Shamet. Like this video, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, guys. Go Knicks.